Doesn't it figure that of all the movies I could have picked to do the beta episode with, this is the most indie, rough, awkward thing I've seen in a while. Honestly, though, I kind of love it. It's just a determined dude making his film art, but you might hate it. So which side do you find yourself on? Let's find out in this beta episode of the Found Footage broadcast, where we're watching Rear Projection 2025.
Hear the magic is the oxygen. Boom, or as we say boom. Wake or sleep, we say wake. No or no, we say now.
Hello, my heroic miscreants, and welcome to the Found Footage broadcast, transmitting what the camera left behind, whether you like it or not. My name is CJ, and I'll be your movie god as we dive into the short and spooky Rear Projection 2025. A few months ago, I was doing a Film a Day review marathon for a whole year, and I covered Tale of the Fae 2025 back on day 206. It was unpolished and slow to get going. I mean, really slow. Basically, it was a farm tour with a few spooky photos at the end. But as a first film, Wyatt Zombro could have done a lot worse. I mean, he replied to my honest review right there in the comments, gave it some thought, took all the feedback from myself and other people, and he gave it another shot in the same year. This time, he tried two new things: brevity and fury. Lots and lots of fury. So here's the IMDb summary for Rear Projection 2025. A man is given a free rear projection TV by a family of his elderly neighbor who just passed away. He soon finds out why the family didn't want it. So we're watching a guy hunkered down in his garage full of little projects, messing around with an old rear projection TV that his neighbors gave him. It takes a bit to get it working right and the color balance, but soon he's happily enjoying his VHS copy of an old zombie movie, and it's all good. And then bang, what was that noise? So he goes out to look and he finds nothing. Only while he's away, for a moment, we see a strange and disturbing face in the TV. And for the record, I kind of feel a bit bad calling that face strange and disturbing, because later our protagonist says it looks just like him. I hadn't noticed, so sorry about that. From there, it's an escalating series of events. They steal, the spooky presence steals his car and then returns it. Okay. Then they smack the windows and they poltergeist things across the room, fun things like that. And then they offer a little life advice via DVD with little handy tips like yourself. Here, I'll even supply the knife. So spooks escalate. Our protagonist is very angry, and then he stops being angry forever. So, should you watch it? Well, don't cancel dinner plans to see it or anything. I mean, it's not exactly gather the family around the TV stuff. This is, once again, indie as hell. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just a guy in his garage watching a threatening DVD. But it's a 35-minute little spook. It's a genuinely good TV prop. All the stuff that appears on the TV is pretty cool. And you get the sense that Wyatt's really committed here. There's no holding back in his performance. And that counts as a lot because, between the short run time and full-on commitment, it's not boring. And I've seen a lot of really boring, super professional movies in this genre. So I got to hand it to Wyatt. This is a step forward from his last movie. It's a step forward as a filmmaker. He trimmed all the fat. This is all content, no time wasters. Between that and going all out with his performance, even if it's not perfect as a performance, his show it's huge progress since just a few months ago. So honestly, I can't wait to see what he does next. It's pretty cool to watch. However, that's me being a super lover of found footage film and creators. And at the end of the day, again, it's a guy in his garage doing a bunch of yelling. And if you need more than that, it's okay to skip it. You'll live. I want to also include a comment from my fellow found footage moderator, Cal8000, who just really all he had to say was, well, that was a rough watch. And, it's a valid take. But what I want to know is what you think of this one. So I want you to join me, Movie God, on Patreon at patreon.com/moviegod for early access to future podcasts, including the early written versions where Genius Tier Above gets to leave your thoughts and have them read right here by me on the Found Footage broadcast. If you've got great instincts for film, show them off and support the show while you're at it. Visit patreon.com/moviegod. That's patreon.com/moviegod. Next up, let's hit one of those early film a day reviews. Go with some of the classics and get a lot more in depth than I used to be. Yeah, I think we're going to have to go back to where it all began. Be My Cat, a film for Anne. And remember, Patreon members can read the next episode's review. It's there right now for you to read. And, maybe even include your thoughts for the next episode. See you then.
Dust wakes up, thinks about itself.